It's 6:51 and spring break is here for many families in our area, and the Quad Cities International Airport is getting ready for what officials are saying is the busiest time of year. News 8's Charles Hart joining us live from the airport this morning with what TSA is saying you should do to make sure that your spring travel is smooth. Good morning, Charles.
Well, good morning, David. We'll go ahead and get to those tips in just a second, but believe it or not, this airport brings in more passengers during spring break than during the winter holidays. During spring break, Moline averages 40,000 passengers per month. That's up from 3,000 in spring of 2020. This is following the national trend reported by AAA, saying this year they are expecting more people to be traveling. They say this is due to less restrictions for traveling. The airport saw around 60,000 passengers per month before the pandemic. Now, statistics show international travel this season is up 30% over 2022. At the Quad City International Airport, Ashley Davis, a spokesperson, says a lot of people are headed for warmer weather for spring break and that some of the airlines may add routes because of the influx in passengers.
It's still a little bit of a guessing game because we're still coming out of COVID. So while travel demand is back, airports are still toying with numbers. They're seeing the airlines add and subtract flights.
Now, if you're planning on traveling by air this spring break, the TSA has several recommendations, but we're just going to focus on the few. The first being making sure to limit your liquids, just like the coffee I have in my hand, and specifically gels and aerosols, and limiting those to 3.4 ounces or less for your carry-on bags. And of course, the next one is making sure you give yourself plenty of time to prepare for your flight. TSA recommends 2 hours before your scheduled flight. And lastly, make sure you're emptying out all your pockets at airport security. And of course, since it's spring break, and I actually think I just heard last call for a flight to Dallas, so I think I'm going to go ahead and see if I can't catch it here. So we'll send it back to you.
All right, Charles. I guess you could say he was ready for takeoff. And data shows that most traveled vacation spots right now, Cancun and the Bahamas.